Here in Montreal, Lights Out is quickly approaching on this artificial island originally built for the World Fair in 1967. Now it's used for a World's Fair of a different kind, ever since Formula One first arrived here. We're back in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. We'll be seeing top speeds of around 210 miles per hour here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around two-thirds of the lap taken at full throttle. High-speed chicanes spell potential danger, especially at the infamous Wall of Champions, and watch out for overtaking into the hairpin and that final chicane. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Mark Webber lines up on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Kelly, Russell, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Oscar Piastri, Verstappen, Albon, Gasly, Perez, Hamilton, Sainz, Stroll, Ocon, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Zhou, Hülkenberg, Bottas, Sargent, and Dennis Hauger. Now it's almost time for Lights Out, so let's go down to the track. And alongside me for this afternoon's commentary, Naomi Schiff. Good afternoon, Nose. Now, we had great fun watching them win last time out. What a great victory it was. But can they carry that into today's race?
Well, they're certainly in a great position. It's always great to just come off of a win. The momentum's there, the team are working well together, and so is the car. So what they've got to do is just keep building on that. Don't change a winning formula. Keep it simple and keep doing what you're doing.
Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out. As the cars come back towards the grid to line up for the start of the race, each driver will be wanting to get the best start they possibly can, and they'll be hoping to finish today's race on the podium, and failing that, within the points.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. Tyre condition still looking good. Right, a gap to the teammate ahead of us, 2.3 seconds. Okay, gap ahead, 3.0 seconds. Okay, you've got P3, well done. Leclerc ahead, they're on old mediums. Alonso behind you now. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Okay, so gap to the leader, 7.5 seconds. We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time. You're currently in P3. Leclerc is ahead of you. They're on old mediums. That's Alonso behind. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. Our gap to first place, 9.8 seconds. And your pit window opens in 2 laps time. Okay, 17 laps to go now. Gap to your teammate ahead, 10.6 seconds. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap. had an issue attaching the front right wheel. I know it's not ideal, but let's try and put that behind us and get back into this race. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Hauger just ahead, push hard. They're on old mediums, and Verstappen's behind. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Look after these tyres now, we want to finish the race on this compound. Tyre condition still looking good. The car behind you's just come in for the hard tyres. Car behind, running hard tyres. Mark is in the pit lane. Mark in the pits now. Gap to the car in front, 4.2 seconds. Nice move, keep going. Continue to cut corners, the stewards are going to give you a penalty, be careful. I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate. Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 19.6 seconds. Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0. Assuming they still look inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 1.6 seconds. Car behind's gaining on you by 0.5 a lap. Okay, you've got P5, P5. Okay, Russell's ahead. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Piastri's behind. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, gap to leader, 20.6 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, 7 laps to go. Keep managing your tyres, manage your tyres. Okay, clear. Here's some information on Tsunoda for you. They're retiring from the race. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Caution, caution! Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 9.9 seconds. Okay, you've got P3, P3, well done. Leclerc ahead. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Alonso behind you now. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. The distance to the leader, 22.7 seconds. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 7.6 seconds. Top job, mate, top job, yes! I was a bit worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but man, you pulled through. Thank you, well done.
Well, that's 2 race wins in a row for them. I think they'll be really happy with that. I mean, 1 race win is great, but to have 2, you know that you've got it. You're a little bit more comfortable in your skin. This is a great sign of maybe what's to come next.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.